We thank you for purchasing a Vita-Mix Total Nutrition Center. It's a tool to help you make permanent, healthful lifestyle changes fast, easy, and convenient. We have an excellent recipe and instruction book. Please take the time to read the question and answer section because it addresses the issues of pesticides, seeds, and food enzymes. The other sections of interest will be using non-Vita-Mix recipes, developing your own recipes, and recipes for you to learn by. Now, all of the recipes have been nutrient analyzed to help you choose recipes consistent with your personal health objectives. In our video cookbook, I'll teach you some simple techniques, and they're simple, for operating your Vita-Mix. Now, I told you the Vita-Mix Total Nutrition Center was easy, and now I'm going to show you how easy the controls are. Here is your on and off switch. And over here, you have two speeds. You have high and variable. Right now, we're in variable. When you use variable, you have the option of speeds 1 through 10 to increase your power. Also notice, when I turn the machine on, the variable speed light goes on. That means you can use this control to vary your speeds. Now, when you put the machine in high, it overrides the variable speeds. That means you're in high power, the full power of the machine, and you will not see the light on. Okay? Very, very simple. Also, I'm going to show you the lid. Okay? The lid is very easy. Okay? You just pop it on. You have two grooves. This groove here, this groove here. Just center your grooves. Snap your lid in place. Okay? And it is vented at the top, if you'll notice, for the pressure. Okay? Especially when you're making your soups. In the center of this, you have the centerpiece, which pops out so you can add your foods as you're using the machine. Okay? Always keep this on. Okay, if you're in high speed, you want to make sure it's covered. It's very important. And the lid pops off very easily and snaps off. Okay? Now, we have something we call our tamper. Remove your centerpiece. The tamper is to help the machine, when you have it very, very full, to get things going, to push things along. When you put the tamper in, you'll notice the collar. Very, very important. Never use the tamper without the lid in place. Okay? Never. Make sure your lid's in place. Remove your centerpiece. Put the tamper in, and look how that works. It'll never hit the blade. So you can feel free as you're using your Vita-Mix to go ahead and push things along to get them going and not worry about the tamper hitting the blade. Very simple. So you have your tamper, your centerpiece, vented for steam pressure, and your lid. Very simple. You know, the cleaning is my favorite part, believe it or not, because I'm a working mom, and it's so easy. You can take the container and you can put it in your dishwasher, or better yet, you can just add some hot water, a drop of dish soap, turn it on, and it becomes its own washing machine, or just rinse it out underneath the faucet. It's so easy. Now, as with all electrical appliances, never submerge the base in water. Now, on the side of the container, you'll see that accurate measurements are there for your easy use when you're doing your recipes. Now, this is not cheap plastic. Do you know this is made from the same material that jet windshields are made from? Very strong. Now, here's an important tip. We do recommend that you don't store liquids in the container for long periods of time. The Vita-Mix has a thermal protector, all right? So in case of accidental overload, your motor won't burn up. It'll automatically shut itself off, and after a few minutes, you can turn it back on. Now, I'm going to teach you how to make bread faster than you've ever made it in your life before. It's so easy. I'm going to use 1 3/4 cups of whole kernel wheat. Put it right in the Vita-Mix Total Nutrition Center. I'm going to start on low with the lid off and start to grind. I'm going to take it up to 5. For 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Now you can see here, we have the stage, which would be cracked wheat cereal. Okay? But now I'm going to go ahead, put my lid on, take it up to high, and make whole wheat flour. 90 seconds, that's all it takes, and I'm going to have whole wheat flour. $90 seconds. Now, think how long it takes to stand in your grocery store line and just to buy some flour. That was easy. Now, don't worry, you think, oh, I have to knead this bread forever. No, the Vita-Mix Total Nutrition Center is going to do it for you. All I'm going to do is add 1 1/4 cups water right down the middle. If you notice, the flour has gone to the sides, making a perfect place for me to go with the rest of my recipe. 1 1/4 cups water, 1 package of yeast, right in there, salt, which is optional, and I've used, 1 teaspoon of salt, some vegetable oil, make sure you use a nice healthy vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon, that's all I used, and I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of honey, which is optional. I just love the flavor that it adds. Just 1 tablespoon. And that is it. Okay? Now, the kneading procedure is so easy. All I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the machine on high, and I'm going to pulse on off for 5 seconds, for 1 second, 5 times. Ready? Okay? Once again, I don't even have to get my hands dirty. Take a rubber spatula. Just go ahead and push the sides around. Just a little bit. The best part is the kneading. All I'm going to do is I leave the machine on high, and I'm going to pulse it 1 second, 5 times. Now I take my spatula, simply turn it over a couple times, scrape down the sides. Very easy. I still haven't gotten my hands dirty at all. And I'm going to do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all I need. Now my bread dough is kneaded and ready to go into the pan. I take a pan that has been sprayed with some nonstick spray, and using my spatula, turn my bread dough into the pan. All right, let this rise according to your recipe instructions. Pour it into your pan, and you should let it bake for about 35 to 40 minutes. And I still don't have any dough to pick out from under my fingernails. Isn't that wonderful? There it is. You have bread that's made not just from flour, from the whole grain. And it's delicious. I bet you thought pancakes and waffles weren't good for you. Well, I'm going to teach you how to make them both in the Vita-Mix Total Nutrition Center so they're good for your health and they're easy. I'm going to use, once again, whole kernel wheat, 1 1/4 cups of whole kernel wheat. I'm going to use 1 3/4 cup buttermilk. I'm going to use 1/4 cup of safflower-based margarine. If you're watching your fat intake, I'm going to give you an alternative in the recipe book that you can use instead of this that's just as good. Okay, I'm going to use 1 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons baking powder. Now here I'm going to use 3 eggs. If you're watching your cholesterol, just use the egg whites, okay? Here we go. I'm going to make my flour just like I did with the bread. Put my lid on. And I'm going to grind it on high for 90 seconds. There we go. Whole wheat flour straight from the grain. Now I'm just going to add my ingredients. I'm going to add the buttermilk. I'm going to add the eggs. My baking powder and salt. And my margarine. Very important note. If you choose not to use the margarine, then make sure you spray your griddle or your pancake griddle or your waffle iron with some nonstick spray, okay? Very important. Now, I'm going to change this to variable, and on 3, simply for about 10 to 15 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Okay, there's our batter. Now, make sure that your pancake iron or your waffle iron is really hot, and here you have it. You've got your batter. And if you want to make a great fruit syrup, all natural, very healthy, there's a recipe in our book that shows you how to do so. Now we're going to make fresh, hot vegetable soup in the Vita-Mix. How, you ask, can I make hot soup in the Vita-Mix? Very, very simple. Rub your hands together, and when you do, they get warm. That's friction heat. Imagine doing that 37,000 times a minute. Well, that's how the Vita-Mix makes hot soup, but it keeps all the nutritious elements of our vegetables in the soup without overcooking them. Very simple. Today I'm going to use my favorite vegetables. I'm going to use a wedge of cabbage, 3 ripe tomatoes, a 1/2 cup of carrots, a wedge or just 1 slice of onion, a clove of garlic, wonderful flavor, and my favorite seasonings. And once again, in our recipe book, we've got lots of variations, and you can make up your own. I'm going to use 1 1/2 cups of hot water, which you can get straight from your tap if you like. Here we go. In go my tomatoes. You notice that I don't have to chop them up, how easy this is. A wedge of cabbage, the carrots, everything is fresh, raw, the onion, the garlic. Sprinkle in my seasonings. I've got about a teaspoon here, tablespoon here. Again, go ahead and adjust it to whatever you like. And 1.5 cups of hot water. Now all I'm going to do, snap my lid on. I have the machine on high for this. And you're going to watch the steam, okay? Here we go. About 2 minutes, I would say. Now, when I take the lid off, not only can you see the steam, I wish you could be here to smell the, oh, it is delicious. I can smell the garlic, the onion, everything. Pour it right in here. Now, especially if you're trying to lose weight, please, I encourage you to have at least one of these a day, 1 or 2. It satisfies your appetite because everything is in there. It's delicious. Hot soup. Now I'm going to show you how to make total juice. And the difference between total juice and the juices that you've made in a juice extractor is that this juice, we use the whole fruit. We don't just squeeze out the juice and throw the best part of the whole food away. So when we make it, it's nutritionally dense. As a matter of fact, I make one of these every morning for my kids because I know they're getting all these wonderful fruits into their diet and they're going to be satisfied, not to mention how great it is for their health. Now, if you have cravings during the day for sweets or for junk food, I want you to stop and take a minute to make one of these for yourself. Because when you drink it, it's so nutritionally dense that your body gets what it needs, what it's craving, so you won't just crave other junky snacks later on. So it's going to be so easy. Now, today, I'm going to use an orange, some pineapple with the core, as the core has the fiber in it, some strawberries, and the Vita-Mix is so great at breaking down the seeds, they'll never get caught in your teeth, and they're very nutritional as well. I'm going to use a half an apple. Now, I'm going to leave the seeds in, but if you want to take them out, go right ahead. It's your preference. I'm going to use a banana. I am going to remove the peel on the banana, and I'm going to remove the peel on the orange. Okay? Now, I'm showing you today how to make total juice, and I'm going to be very truthful. I'm going to try to do this peel in one continuous motion. But if I don't do it, well, don't hold me responsible in the how-to video. You can try it yourself. Now, nature has protected the orange with the outermost peel that I'm removing because it's slightly bitter. But if you notice, the white part, well, told you, the white part that I'm leaving, on, which usually when you make juice in a juice extractor, you throw away. Well, that has 2/3 of the vitamin C of the whole orange. So when you throw that away, you're only getting 1/3 of the vitamin C in this orange. Again, that's why the total juice is so much better for your health. Okay, here we go. There we go. I'm going to slice the orange in half. Now, as I'm doing this, I want to mention, please wash your fruits and vegetables to remove any possible pesticides. Just go ahead and rinse them under tap water. However, if you get a fruit like an apple that looks like it has a waxy coat, go ahead and just take, this is a Scotch pad, which you use to clean your dishes with, rinse it under water, and just wash off the waxy coating. Okay? Here we go. Very simply, I'm going to put in my oranges, whole fruit, the pineapple, nice and fresh, strawberries, the apple, and my banana. Now, I find when I use a banana that's a little bit spotted, a little bit sweeter. So go ahead and let your banana sit out. Also, the tip here, just pick it right off. That has a little bit of a bitter flavor to it, so just pick that part off. And I'm going to add some ice to make it nice and cold. So easy. I'm going to pop my lid on. I'm going to put it on high for about 90 seconds. Now, I did this for about 1.5 minutes, but when you're using different fruits and vegetables, consult your recipe book, and it'll give you the times, different times for that. Here it is, smooth. Oh, is that beautiful, creamy, delicious? You know what I love about this? In supermarkets across America, signs are popping up. 5 servings a day of fruits and vegetables, okay? What I've done here, I get my 5 servings of fruits right in this glass. 5 servings a day, 5 minutes a day. I call that 55, stay alive. Cheers. That's delicious. You know, ice cream is one of America's favorite treats. But as the food cop, it makes me mad when manufacturers add a lot of junky ingredients and then charge us for it. Well, I'm going to show you how to make your own ice cream, your own frozen yogurt, and all those great treats and snacks that you should have in your life in a healthy, nutritious way in the Vita-Mix. Very, very simple. Today I'm going to make frozen blueberry yogurt. And all I'm going to do, I'm adding some fat-free yogurt. And you can use milk, you can use cream if you want, I won't watch. You can use non-fat dry milk. We have a lot of recipes in our book and variations to teach you how to do this. Then I'm going to add my frozen blueberries. So much easier than standing in line at one of those franchises. Just easy. Pop my lid on, turn it on high. I'm going to use my tamper. There I have it. That is so easy. And if you're watching your weight, here you have a beautiful treat. Absolutely delicious, great for your kids, the whole family. In a few seconds, absolutely delicious. Again, if you want to make ice cream, put sugar in it and put all the other stuff in it, I won't watch. Well, I just made frozen blueberry yogurt in the soft serve stage. But you tell me, I really like hard ice cream. Well, once again, it couldn't be easier. All I did was take my frozen blueberry yogurt and put it in a bowl in the freezer for 30 minutes. I took it out, I stirred it to break up the ice crystals, put it back in. Another half hour later, 30 minutes, I took it out, I stirred it again. I put it back in the freezer. 2 hours later, I have hard ice cream. I didn't add any weird things to it, any sugar or chemicals. I still have this wonderful hard ice cream here that I can scoop out, put it on a cone for my kids without any unnatural ingredients. Hard ice cream, ready for a party. Next time you're having a party and you run out of crushed ice for all those great drinks you're making, don't rush to the store. Just use your Total Nutrition Center. We're going to take some ice, put it into the container. There we go. Now that's about a half gallon of ice. Take some water and go ahead and pour it all the way to the top. Just make sure you've covered your ice. There we go. And you notice how it floats a little bit from the bottom. That's what you want. Snap your lid on. Put it on high for about 3 seconds. Great. You haven't even missed one of the dances at the party. You're there. Now watch this. Beautiful. Crushed ice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use about a half a head of cabbage and make coleslaw. It's going to be so easy. I have the lid on. I remove my centerpiece. I'm going to pour water so it actually float the cabbage away from the blades. It lifts them. I'm going to pour it all the way up to the max line on my measurements on the container. Okay? The centerpiece back on. I have it on high. This is going to be quick. That was quick. Okay? Off with the lid. Think of the time you spent in the past chopping and chopping for coleslaw for picnics. I'm going to pour it here through a strainer. Now you can do this with potatoes for hash browns. I've done it with iceberg lettuce and made great chopped salad. Look at that. Ready to go. I love to cook, but I hate to chop. Once again, my Total Nutrition Center saves me. It's so easy. I'm going to chop some carrots right now, but you can chop zucchini, onions, cheese, make breadcrumbs. I make chopped salad. You can make carrot raisin salad. Makes it so easy, especially the onions, no more tears. So all I do is I have it on my variable speed and I have it on 2. Turn it on, keep the lid on. Voila. Here I have it. So easy. That beautiful? Chopped carrots. Now, instead of using those stale, old, dry breadcrumbs that are sitting on your shelf forever, loaded with who knows what kind of preservatives, I'm going to teach you how to make fresh breadcrumbs. And I mean not from stale, old bread either, from fresh bread. And the flavor is so much better. And it's fun to do, too. Now, breadcrumbs we know are great for coating, for stuffing, for adding to all different kinds of recipes. And like I said, when they're fresh, the flavor is so much better. It's easy too. I have 3 slices of fresh bread. Now this is the fun part. I get to mush it right into a ball. I used to love to do this when I was a kid. Okay, squish it all up there. And then I put it right down into the Vita-Mix. Put my lid on. I'm going to turn it on high for just about 10 to 20 seconds. I'm going to watch it and make sure. Perfect. Fresh breadcrumbs, no preservatives, better for my health, great flavor. Beautiful. Breadcrumbs. And now I'm going to make peanut butter the way it should be made, with just peanuts. No hydrogenated oils, sugars, preservatives, just from peanuts. What could be easier? I have 2 12-ounce cans of peanuts. In they go. Place my lid on. I'm going to put it on high, and you can make it chunky or smooth. Just watch it, and you'll be able to tell. Look at that. Smooth, creamy peanut butter. Think of the money you waste buying it at the stores. I just made enough for, looks like a week to me. It's delicious too. And now we're going to make nut milk, which is a high-protein dairy substitute. It's very simple. We're going to start with 2 cups of water and 1 cup of cashews. And now you can use any kind of nuts you like. Peanuts, macadamia nuts, almonds, whatever your choice is. So I'm going to put the water in and the cup of nuts. Now, if you want this thicker or thinner, just adjust the water, however you like it. Put my lid on. I have it set on high for 30 seconds. There we go. It's not going to be gritty or pulpy. Nice and smooth. And this is so much less expensive than buying it at the store. Great. Nut milk. One of the most exciting things to me about the Vita-Mix Total Nutrition Center was when I learned that it could make baby food. Now, we all know in the past, commercial baby foods have been loaded with preservatives, sugar, salt, things you don't want to give to your babies. You want to give them whole natural foods. And the Vita-Mix can puree it for you. Not to mention how great it is for the elderly who have a difficult time chewing or people who might need foods that are easier to digest. So all we're going to do is take 1 medium orange, 1 apple, and we're going to make orange applesauce. Once again, it's so easy. And I really encourage you to make your own baby foods for your kids. When it's this easy, it's so much better for their health. And you might as well start them young. I have it on high for 20 seconds. Now, not just for baby foods, you can use this as a puree for, put it on breads, muffins. Instead of jams with sugar, look at that. I like to put this when I'm making a cake. I slice it in layers, pour it instead of that heavy icing in the middle. Much healthier, nice and sweet, all natural. You have orange applesauce. Every chef in America knows that fresh salsas are replacing heavy sauces. And salsa is not just for tacos anymore. I use it on everything. Baked potatoes, I put it on grilled chicken, over fish. They're great. What a great way to get your vitamin C. The only problem I used to have with salsa or making salsa was I had to chop, chop, chop. Not with the Vita-Mix Total Nutrition Center. And I'm going to show you one of our favorite recipes. I'm going to use 3 fresh tomatoes. These are cut in half. 1 medium onion, quartered, 1/2 cup green chilies, mild or hot, your preference, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, and 1 tablespoon vinegar. And here we go. Again, this is how easy it is. Putting in my tomatoes, putting in my onion, my chilies, the salt, the pepper, and the vinegar. Now, this is the best part. I'm going to put it on the speed of variable 2 for a couple of seconds. There we go. Fresh salsa. Why buy bottled salsa that may have preservatives and other things you don't know about? You can make it fresh this easy. Grab some chips. Boy, that looks great. Delicious. Now I'm going to teach you a recipe that I invented as a replacement for mayonnaise. And because my name is Yolanda, I named it Yolonaise. Go ahead and laugh. I taught this recipe to Mel Harris, my client from 30-something, because she loved mayonnaise, but not what it did to her hips. So I'm going to teach it to you now. I'm going to use tofu. I use soft tofu. I use 2 packages. I use the soft tofu. It's less fattening because soft tofu has more water than firm tofu. And don't wrinkle your nose. The nice thing about tofu is it doesn't really have a flavor, so you can add all the flavor you want to it. Give it its own personality. Then I'm going to add 1 heaping teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, dash of pepper, tablespoon of lemon juice, 1/2 cup of non-fat yogurt, and here I have 2 packages of my favorite dry salad dressing mix. Now you can use any salad dressing mix, the dry package kind that you like. Caesar, Italian, pesto, use your imagination. This is so easy. So I begin by putting my tofu into the Vita-Mix Total Nutrition Center very easily. Next, I'm going to add my heaping teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Dijon has a nice kick to it. Again, you can choose a mustard of your choice, or an herb mustard is good as well. The apple cider vinegar, dash of pepper, lemon juice, which I use a lot when I want something salty, a salty flavor, but I use lemon juice instead. You want to add a pinch of salt? It's your choice. And my non-fat yogurt. Okay, it's as easy as that. Put my lid on. I'm going to have my speed on the variable. On 3. Make sure you get your lid in the grooves. Okay, on variable on 3 for about 10 seconds. And now we have Yolonaise. And you can use this as a dip. You can make tuna salad, chicken salad, anything you like. Spread it on bread for your sandwiches. It's good for you. It's not fattening. It's delicious. You have Yolonaise. Everybody loves daiquiris and mixed drinks, but a lot of times the commercial mixers that you buy in the supermarket have so many lousy ingredients, it can give you what I call a hangover for your health. So I'm going to make a healthy strawberry non-alcoholic daiquiri. Very, very simple. What I'm going to use here is 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of rum extract, 1/2 cup of strawberries, 1 tablespoon sweetened lime juice, 3/4 cup ice. I'm going to put it all into my Total Nutrition Center. Tastes so much better when you use these ingredients too, instead of those commercial mixers that sit in the store and forever. Flavor here is wonderful. Now, if you want to add alcohol, go right ahead. Okay? Put the lid on. And I'm going to put it on high for 20 seconds. Okay, we have a delicious party drink. Strawberry daiquiri, ooh. Go ahead and add your favorite garnish, party straw. Cheers, strawberry daiquiri. Refer to your recipe book, which has wonderful ideas. And if you ever have a question, please call the customer service line at 1-800-Vita-Mix. And remember this, 5 servings a day, 5 minutes a day, 55, stay alive, and here's to your health.